Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy, the DoorDash Revolution. I hope that you guys can hear me as we are live right now. We see Hulksmash is first in the room. I'm getting ready to test to see, can you guys hear me? All of that is set up and coming. I should be actually on right now. Okay, everything is heard on there. Can you hear me, Hulk? Yeah, I can hear myself. Yeah, I can hear myself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't put a title to this. The reason why I didn't put a title to it because sometimes when you do things off the cuff, spur of the moment, it's just like that. We usually do a March Madness challenge. Will be the third March Madness challenge, but as we talked about before, it's been a challenge this month to even get the event going. First and foremost, we did preliminary events on the live stream and did some on set and off the set. We was able to qualify for making $100. You know, doing that time frame from 4.5 to 6.5. Actually, in two of those behind the scenes episode, I did it in right at 4 hours or less. On Grubhub, we talking about on Grubhub. That's going to be the twist to this challenge. Doing it on Grubhub. How fast can I do it on Grubhub is the thing. I want to give you an update on what I've been doing, what's been going on. We got a chance to do a food review. We did it live. We was able to be in the kitchen with the owner. Be sure to check that video out. We was in the kitchen with the owner, letting the owner do his thing. So we glad we was able to get that done. I want to right now do a commemoration of Women History Month. Check in the community post. There's a link there. You can follow that link and look at what all they got going on as far as events and some of the history of what's going on with Women History Month. I'll also put in a link for tomorrow, which is scheduled. Okay. And it's also celebrating Women History Month. I also want to dedicate it to all the women out there in the world, even women that's in prison, on the streets. You're still a woman. We're going to dedicate it to you. We want to take a moment to do that right now. And last but not least, to all the gig workers, what are you doing? Food delivery, driving behind the wheel, or remote jobs in your home. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get to the real importance of the update of this DoorDash March Madness challenge. I said anything goes, anything can happen just about. And that's what it's been, ladies and gentlemen. We got a problem with that vehicle that I call the Silver Bullet. Having problems with this one. I'm going to share with you my experience, the challenges that I face in this DoorDash March Madness challenge. Female drivers as well as male drivers can relate to these challenges that you have anytime you go out here and try to make money as a service provider and a delivery driver. I got some brakes I gotta have put on. I'm opening the box up. I'm not gonna go through it. Might as well say I'm also doing a product review. I'm opening the box up. This is the clips that goes in it. I'm not gonna mess with too much stuff because I don't want to get it out of order. And these are the brake pads for the front All right. The lubricant that goes with it. The brake fluid that goes with it. I have a Grubhub trivia question I want to ask. How often do you change your brakes? All right. When do you know when your brakes go bad? That's two questions right there. What type of sounds to look out for when your brakes go bad? All right. I'm going in the trunk right now to bring out some more information. Apologize for the ringtone music that you're listening to. All right. Brake line. Brake line right there. And calipers. All right. We're going to open the box on the calipers. Let's see which way I'm opening this bad boy up. Okay. There it is right there. Right, we'll take it out. Let you look at the calipers. All right. And it's going to go on that side right there. So why are you replacing the calipers, D-Rev? Having the calipers replaced. Why are you having the brake line replaced? Those that do mechanic work on their own cars already know the answer. When you have the brakes done on your vehicle, you're supposed to be able to turn them. They're supposed to turn. They're supposed to be rolling like that there. When you spin it, they're supposed to roll. Just wouldn't have difficulty doing that. With that being said, it's going to need calipers and also a brake line. So I'm not going to replace one and not the other. I'm going to go ahead and replace both of them. That way we shouldn't have that problem anymore, along with putting on pads for both wheels, not just for one, for both of them. That way we're doing it in the numbers of two. No odd numbers here when you're dealing with pairs. All right, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, how many mechanics did you have? If you don't do your own mechanical work, even if you do your own mechanical work, but you're not able to, how many mechanics do you have? A lot of people say, I only got that one go-to guy, but suppose something happened with that one go-to guy, what you gonna do then? I have right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One is in that area, another one in this area. 2 is on the other end where my people work. That I'm not too far from the workplace. I can get work done there. Not too far from my home front. I can get work done there. And I got a mobile one that will come to your place wherever you are. Breakdown or whatever. A lot of gig drivers. That's right, Hulk. Talk about for even where. That's why you want to do that. Even though this worn out on this end due to the caliber, needing the caliber and a brake line, even though that ain't wore that much, I won't even wear. That's correct. So we're going to take care of all of that. Went out yesterday, had difficulty getting the parts and all of that. We wound up getting the parts today. Then had difficulty getting in touch with 3 of my go-to mechanics. And I got an appointment I got to do after I get off the live stream, right? So I went ahead and assigned it for the morning. The car is drivable, but I don't want to do gig work, putting it more wear and tear on it than it already has. I'm just gonna go pick my folks up, bring them home. I'm at the house, I'm chilling and wait till tomorrow to get things done. I'm not gonna go out trying to do no deliveries. Good thing I'm not on block, so we don't have to worry about that. You got to know the condition of your vehicle, know the limitations of your vehicle, know what you can and cannot do. A lot of drivers drive their car down to the ground. That's right. Doing more damage to the vehicle than they can afford to pay for. I'm speaking from experience in the almost 8 years of doing this business, ladies and gentlemen, and several automobile accidents I've been through. So this is not somebody that got multiple gigs on all multiple streams of income, and the only time I do content is when I get behind the wheel. No, I do this. I'm in the streets. I'm out here. I did it full time. I did it part time. I did ride share. I did Lyft, ride share, Uber Eats, Bike Squad, Postmate, DoorDash, Grubhub, Amazon Flex, Instant Cart, Roaded Point Pickup. I'm going to talk about that too. 5 of the maps I just named to you during the time when I got started between 2017, 18, and 19 weren't feasible in this market. A lot of drivers know what I'm talking about. It was before they built all of these Amazon warehouses in our area. And you had to go to Oxford or further to do Amazon Flex. I was like, that's not going to be worth my time. So, still of keeping the app, I deleted the app. Bad decision on my part. We got probably around about 10 or more Amazon warehouses in the geographical area I'm in. Bad decision making. Because the app wasn't making money then. Didn't mean it wasn't going to be making money 3 years later. I have heard content creators, few of them try to tell drivers, you need to delete this app, you need to delete that app. How can you tell somebody else how to make their money? Then they finding out you making most of your money on YouTube. You making most of your money in stocks. You making most of your money in Forex trading, but you're not talking about this content on your YouTube channel dealing with gig drivers and gig workers, and we got beginners and newcomers and novice coming into this business, taking your word like the gospel truth. But you're not giving the full story, the full detail. So then you misleading people. Then the only time that you do content is when the only time you drive is to do content. Telling people, man, you know, if they ain't tipping, you ain't making a profit. I gotta say something. Can't keep my mouth closed any longer. Because you're talking to OG driver here. Hello, how you doing? You're dealing with an OG driver here, been in the business 8 years. It will be in November. I make my money two ways. On Grubhub, I make my money two ways when I was doing DoorDash and on all the other apps. $30 is $30 to me. If the distance is the same, let's use 15 miles. $2 a mile, that's $30 order you got. Let's even reduce it down to 10 miles. $30 order, $3 a mile, 1 hour to do that order. The customer tip more. On that situation. Now, what's the difference if I had that same 10-mile distance? I still made $30 in 1 hour, maybe less than 1 hour. Most of it was off of DoorDash pay, base pay, and bonus pay. What's the difference? I still made $30 an hour. There will be times that you won't make that kind of money because customers not tipping, but you may still make that kind of money on base pay and bonus incentives. What's the difference if you're still making $30 in 1 hour or less? Same hours. What's the difference? Still getting paid $30, ladies and gentlemen. People talking about that if you're not making money off of tips, you're not making a profit. Yes, we do need to have those tips, but we got to be real. Tips are not consistent in this business. And if you got newcomers and novices and beginners coming in this business and you don't tell them that the tips are not consistent, means you mislead the masses, as y'all call them. When there's time the customer not tipping, how you gonna make your money? You got to learn how to make your money. Squeeze that out, everything that's out of it, and get the best base pay and the best bonus that's gonna cover when the customer don't tip. It's called decision making that you got to make in your market. Decision making. Anything we do in life, ladies and gentlemen, we got to make a decision. We make good decisions, we make bad decisions, and we make wrong decisions. There's no perfect driver out here in this field. So one day, doing so much DoorDash content, I did deliver that content. Now I'm doing Grubhub content. I may have a total of 7 multi-apping videos out there. It may be more than that, but I'm gonna say 7. People forgot I was a multi-app. So the last video I did, ladies and gentlemen, dealt with multi-app. I'm gonna go to it right now. You're not gonna be able to see it because of the reflections that goes on with all these mirrors here. The video that I did, I would have to go to. I can go here. I doubt you'd be able to see it. See, that's what I'm talking about. But you can go to DoorDash March Madness, the Challenge Dasher's Fear. I want my viewers and audience to realize the reality of what we do. The things dash your fear. Losing their automobile. That's a snap of your finger. You lose your automobile, you lose your transportation, you lose a way of making money. That means you're out of business. That's if you just got one car only. My recommended suggestion for new viewers, new drivers, new and novice drivers is try to have more than one vehicle. Number one, advice. If I were to do a video and say, these are things I wished I knew, that would be number one on the top of the list. Have more than one vehicle. Do more than one apps will be number two. Come up with a strategic business plan on how to make money when customers is tipping versus when customers not tipping. Have a plan for how you're going to get the most out of when customers tipping, and then how to get the most out of the platform when customers are not tipping. There's two ways you get paid. From tippers, from the app when customers aren't tipping. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not going to be able to do it. All right. But the thing about when customers not tipping, you got to make the best decision for yourself and know how to get that bonus pay or incentive pay. Plus the base pay got to be paid higher to even make it worth your while to go get that order. So if it don't make sense to you, then you're not going to do it, right? You shouldn't do it. But if you get it to make sense for you, why not capitalize on it? Because I'm going to tell you, sitting still never did pay my bills. It might have worked for certain drivers. Now, if you have a remote job, you make money using your computer, you can sit still and you can pay your bills. Because you're sitting there and you're doing what you do at your desktop. There's residual income, there's passive income, and that money, you can make that money while you go to sleep. But before you start making money before you go to sleep, you still got to put in some work. I done seen content creators in different niches say, I can make money in my sleep. Okay. Do you a series of courses on what led you to the point to where you can go to sleep, and while you sleep, you're making money. Because when you first started, you couldn't do that. You had to put in some work. And if you left them details out, your audience is misinformed. Right? So I named three things I wished I knew before doing this business. There's a lot of other things I wished I knew before starting this business here. I talked about multi-apping in that video. And yes, I believe it was that video. We talked about multi-app. The difference between juggling your apps and stacking your apps. If you're talking to a multi-apper that's been juggling their apps, and if they're making $1,500 and $2,000, they're not going to listen to you talking about you need to stack your apps. But how much money have you lost juggling your apps? That's how I get their attention. I said, let me explain to you my experience. I got an Uber Eats order, $10. Grubhub come in, 15. DoorDash came in, 20. I committed to the $20 on DoorDash. I declined the $10 on Uber Eats. It went from 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 to 60. I already got a live delivery. I got to drop off at 20. I can't drop that ball right there because I already got the order. I already got Grubhub too. Now I'm looking at all of this money increasing on another app. I'm looking at all this money I'm losing now. Yes, I made money, but I lost money. That day I lost more money than I could have made. No, I'm not the only driver. And I did this back in the day. That's the reason why I said there's a disadvantage when you juggling your apps. Oh yeah, you made 1,500, 2,000. It may took you 60, 70, 75 hours to do it. But what if I told you could have made that same amount almost half that time? That deals with your decision making. That deals with knowing what's going on in your market. I talked to a brother today, right at 2.5 hours, made $100. That's on one of their apps. Or you made $100 on in 2.5 hours on that app. You get on another app, it took you 2.5 hours on that one, and you made another $100. What's going on, Major? Glad to see you in the house. Okay, in 5 hours, you done made $200 because you app stack your apps when you know they was going to be at the most maximum return. Some people beginning to get the picture. So you know what? He done said something. All this time we've been wasting time just making money and not making a profit. We all done been there. Either you made a good decision, bad decision, or a wrong decision. We all done been there. I'm speaking from experience in these streets. Now we got to replace this. I have no problem. Got this, may need it. Brake fluid. Know I'm gonna need it. Replacing brake line. And caliber due to that wheel don't turn like it's supposed to. So I made the executive decision. This is how important decision making is. I'm not going to get out here and try to make any money until I get it fixed. Have an appointment set up, going to get this stuff fixed. I asked the question to viewers, when do you know your brakes are going bad? And how often do you get them checked? And do you just go in there and in the shop, let them do what they do, and you just sit in the lobby, or do you find out what's going on? Okay. You got to know your vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, just like you got to know these apps. Why would you drive a vehicle and don't know your vehicle? Listening to the sounds and something don't sound right. It's time to do some things. Even though if you're not mechanically inclined, I'm going to do my brakes next month. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're very imperative. I done went through a lot of brakes, a lot of tires, a lot of serpentine belts. Some of that stuff I did myself because I already knew how to do it. Serpentine belt, water pump. Out of the majority of the water pumps I done did in a lifetime of having a vehicle, My 72 Chevy Nova was the easiest until I ran into this vehicle right here. Was just as easy as that was. Oh yeah, I can put that on no time. Let me go on and put that serpentine on there as well. Man, the other one looked good. Yeah, it can be a good bag up if that one happened to break. Okay. So the DoorDash March Madness challenge, I told you, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of challenges that I'm facing that you can relate to. Car problems, car issues, wear and tear on your vehicle. You got drivers, man, running over speed bumps, man, not slowing down. Don't you know that's damaging your vehicle? Running over potholes, trying to dodge potholes like you're dodging landmines in a war. Every time you're hitting a pothole, it's damaging your vehicle. How often do you be on the E-way doing deliveries? All right. Is there a way I can alter my routes on the E-way to where I don't go on the E-way as much? I can use these alternate routes and get there just as fast. Because I'm making a decision, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm going to find routes that there are stop signs versus traffic stoplights. In some markets, everybody can't do that. They got to get on the E-way, or it'll be nightfall when they get to that person's address. You can't bypass using the E-way, so that may not be your option. But you only know your market. You need to know every route in your market, besides the optimized delivery routes they give you on the app. There are some apps, ladies and gentlemen, they give you optimized delivery route, and you try to change that route, you might get penalized because they already gave you a delivery route. Deliver that is one of them. All right, you might not can be able to do that. But the apps that you are able to do that, you get there fast, efficient, and safe. Do you know how to get around bumper to bumper traffic during rush hour? I'm asking these questions. You can put them in the comments there on the live chat, or you can put them in the comments after the replay. Decision making is very imperative. I'm hearing more and more content creators talking about your decision making along with your markets. What decision I got to make in my market that's different from his? Because I can't do it like his. There are some things that are different in my market than yours. Then there are some things in my market is the same as yours. What type of decisions I need to make that's going to help me with the knowledge that I have on hand to maximize my profit. When the customer is not tipping, how do I still make a profit? Go check out my other videos. I tell you just as good as day. Because every day you're not going to get that $70 order, catering order. Not every day you're going to get that $100 catering order from Chipotle. You're not the only driver going there. Best believe that. So what do you do when you don't get that kind of money? You're still trying to reach your goal for that day. Matter of fact, I check my pads. I do my own work. See, he done save a whole lot of money. I can't do all of my own work, but when I did the silver bullet for the water pump on, they told me it's going to be $1,300. I bought the water pump and some other stuff, belts, tools, all that. I think I was out of $300 total, including gas, going back and forth and everything. I saved $1,000 working on my own vehicle. Okay. So if I had to pay attention to my uncles when I was younger, I would be doing my own brakes. Well, you go on YouTube and learn it and all that. Yeah, that's true. Don't have the time, ladies and gentlemen. I have so much stuff to do. I should have learned it when they try and teach me. But at that time, I was learning everything else I needed to do with vehicles except for them brakes. Now I wish I had to learn that. You see, so that was a bad decision on my part many years ago. That's costing me money right now. How many bad decisions that we make on these apps or wrong decisions we make on these apps that's causing us money to where we got to do double the hour for that money? If you know how to stack your apps, you can make that same amount of money in half the time. Then you got extra time to do something else. Okay, if you having wear and tear on your vehicle, it's made out of iron, steel, and whatever materials are made out of. What about your mind? What about the mental state? Do you get any rest? Do you have time to relax and refresh and reset? I can't do everything. I had my radiator flushed the other day. Now I can put on radiators and stuff on certain vehicles. You know, some vehicles is easy, some vehicles may have a whole lot of sensors to them. You know, what's going on? What's going on, Mr. Flex Unlimited? Glad to have you in the house. So, just the things and complications I'm running up on right now in this DoorDash March Madness because I'm getting ready to go into the qualifying event. And in the qualifying event, to qualify for this challenge against Hulksmash, I got to make sure everything is intact. He got to do the same thing. He's going to give you an update on his situation as well. I'm not going to do it for him. He and only he can tell his own story. I'll tell you one thing: it's going to be his story going to blow minds like landmines. I guarantee it. It's going to be some powerful information that all of us can relate to. Newer cars, the more complicated. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember I had an Oldsmobile Delta 88. It had a sensor right there on that motor. And everybody was telling me that I had motor problems, the motor gone. I need to, just buy another motor. I had an old school guy. He looked at it. He said, "No, everybody telling you wrong. It's a map sensor that goes to that motor. Buy that map sensor. I'll put it on." They telling me, "Man, you're going to it's going to cost you $5,000 to get it fixed." Knox sensor. They call it that too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's right. I ain't had to pay them for $700. So what you don't know will hurt you. So or it will cost you a whole lot of money. So in this challenge here, ladies and gentlemen, just as the week of the qualifying event, I got to make sure this car is up and running. I have my mechanical checklist and all of that. Hook have his story, and y'all, he gonna blow your mind like landmines with his. These challenges that happens, we face these challenges every day. We get behind the wheel, and we make a living as a professional driver in these streets. And that's the expense we got to pay. We know that's the expense we got to pay when we agree to them contracts. We know we're responsible for our own maintenance. Okay, that's why a lot of people get brand new vehicles. But if you can get your real good used, have it paid off, and you know it's in good condition, and you know how to fix majority of everything on it, you got you a good deal. But you got to take care of your vehicle when you're in these streets now. The higher the speeds, quadruples the wear and tear on your vehicle. We can't always bypass that. But we can reduce being out there too much. Some cities, you're not going to be able to reduce it. Just like Orlando. You got to get on the E-way. Go to their airport. They got close to 300 passengers waiting on drivers. Memphis, there, the highest about 80. But if you don't watch it, you'll be there all day. All right. That's the difference between a larger market and smaller market. That's the reason why people telling you that it's market dependent. Even though it's market dependent, you still got to make your own decision how to make your money. Nobody responsible for that but you. No matter what advice you get, good or bad, you make the decision after it's all been said and done. So yeah, I got all this stuff I need to do. I bought it. All I got to do is pay for the labor. I bought the stuff. They're going to put it on. But how many mechanics did you have? Oh man, I got this one. Okay, so suppose something happened to him. What's next? That's just like, for instance, you have an Uber. I'm only doing Uber ride share. I can do Uber Eats. Have an automobile accident. Can't do ride share. And if you try to sneak and do Uber Eats, customers are gonna snitch on you. You only got one app. All right, when you start multi-apping, you're getting all these apps just to get them because everybody's telling you to get them. Nothing wrong with getting them. Are you putting them in categories? Are you putting them in your personal card catalog file? Are you indexing your apps that you're going to stack your apps on in a card catalog file? What do you mean about that? I'm giving you some pimping now. What do you mean by that? Category 1, food delivery. There go 3 apps. Category 2, catering delivery. There go 3 apps. Category number 3, shop and pay deliveries or grocery deliveries. There go another 3 apps. I done gave you three on 3. I didn't give you 4 and 5 yet. Luggage. Taking people lost luggage and getting paid. There's an app for that. Would it benefit you even if you know there's 3 apps for that category? Number 5, medical. There's 3 apps for that category. How many go-to apps you got? How many fill apps do you have? How do you use them? Okay. How can I maximize off of each of these categories as I'm stacking my apps versus juggling my apps? The less road time, the less wear and tear, and the more money you make. I'm hoping I'm making sense right now. Because I know drivers getting tired driving beat up cars. I'm doing live stream ride along. You may see beat up cars here in Memphis. You're not going to see their tags. I don't want to dox them like that. But you may see certain parts of the vehicle, because I'm not going to show the whole vehicle. How the way they drive in here will beat up or beat down vehicles. I know I used to be one of them once upon a time. All right. This is the reality of all the challenges that all of us drivers face, male or female. These challenges here don't discriminate. I had a mechanic once. He went out of business, and it was worse. See, there it is right there. I know what he talked about. I had one die. Because at first I used to do my mechanic like I used to do the barber shop. It ain't gonna be one person touch this. Okay, if he died, who else gonna cut your hair? All right, so he died. I had to start all over again. Another one wound up going to prison. I had to give me another one. I had me 5 of them. Went to 3 today, didn't get anything that I needed done today. So I got 2 more. I'm visiting them in the morning. I already talked to one of them. I just got through calling the other one. And I got one more. He mobile. Sometimes he's so busy, it'll be weeks before he can get to you. And he don't like for you to call him. He communicate text message only. That's how he do his business. Okay. So I have one that's on mobile. That's a good business too. For some of these drivers, I see as content creators do pretty well on fixing vehicles. That might be a good idea for somebody. Man, let me get me mobile things on. When these apps ain't popping, I can do this. I'm just throwing thoughts and ideas out, ladies and gentlemen, not telling nobody how to run their business. Because I don't pay your bills. But we all share one common thing on the challenges that we got to face in making this dollar bill. And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I enjoy the time that I be out here, but I thought that you deserve to know about the update of the DoorDash March Madness Challenge while we enter in the qualifying event. And we're going to make sure we pass that event. And if we don't pass it, you're going to know about it. What's up, Howard? I'm doing some new thumbnails. All of the March Madness challenge I have, any participant that was in that challenge, their face will be on the thumbnail. I already got a picture of you. So you will be on those videos that you and I did. March Madness challenge. That's dedicating and showing salute for the drivers and participants that participated in it. Are you working today? I won't be working today. Go back and look at the replay. We got a whole lot of mechanical things we got to do. I'm getting ready to get into the qualifying events. So to get into the qualifying events, I got to do a checklist of the vehicle. It's just like when you're getting ready to, you're a professional racer, and you got to have everything ready. Chris Davis, what's up, man? We met yesterday. Appreciate you. How you doing? How you doing? We met yesterday. Where did we meet at? See, because I want those that meet me. And when you're talking on here to me and said you meet me, we got a community that would like to know, okay, you met with D-Rail, where you meet him at? How did y'all get a chance to meet each other, had that conversation, and where y'all talking to each other right now on the set? They like to know that because they think sometimes I make these things up. I'm real active in the community. And if you're able to give a little bit of that information, my viewers and audience, which is ours because you're speaking right now, they'll appreciate that. You know, so back to that part and something else I'm finna drop some sauce on. New drivers and beginners, which is novice. I may have to pull one of my videos off of membership so they can get that information. Those videos I did in the past that dealt with the EBT on DoorDash is very imperative today for today's Platinum version 2 program. Very imperative. Some of the things that I do on DoorDash, I can do it on Grubhub. I guarantee it. So I'm gonna pull that. EBT, EPO, and the new updated information I have and Hulksmash have for the Platinum program. Drivers having difficulty making that money. It ought to be more easier now. The DoorDash Deep Red Dispatch system got a lot of hidden information in there that works right today. I know for a fact to do. How you know for a fact you're still not doing DoorDash now? Even though there's a lot of changes took place, there are some things that's still in the system still the same. You got to discover that for yourself. So we got some powerful information out there about Grubhub. Okay, Grubhub had changed a lot for me, but the information I got can get you ready. And then you got to go to school for yourself, which means you got to get in the street, get behind the wheel, get in the street, and discover some things. A lot of the restaurants we will be going to, you may hear them start telling you, as they telling me, why their tablets turn off at Grubhub. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everything that my viewers, subscribers, those that come in the comment section. I give all of you a salute. We're trying to get there at 1,500 subscribers. When we do, we're gonna shout and give a salute there as well. You know, we're dealing with the DoorDash March Madness Challenge. You already see what the thumbnail looked like, which will be a collection. But we're going through a lot of things this year that I didn't go through last year. The challenges last year is different than the challenges I'm going through this year. And we want to make sure our vehicle's in tip-top shape for this challenge. It's not making an excuse. That's making sure that I still be alive driving and not make the bad decision because I wouldn't fix something and have something happen out in that road. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can also share. Some of the drivers did. I want to go back over comments real quick. Mr. Flex, Major, Howard. Howard didn't see me working on my vehicle right there in the parking lot, putting on a serpentine belt. Howard seen me in action do it. So we got Hulk. Hulk says he's in here first. Wear and tear every day. Major in the house. I'm going to do my brakes next month. Yes, indeed. I check my brake pads to do my own work. Yes, indeed. I can't do everything. I had my radiator flushed the other day. That's very important. You get that bad boy flush. You'd be amazed at all the debris that can go straight into the engine. Can mess it up, make things go weird. Another question. How do you know when your heater coil going bad? I'm going to put it off into the community post. I'm going to list 4 things. If you're right, I'm going to let you know you're right. If you're not, I'm going to give you an answer. I'm going to do that multiple choice. Don't let me forget about it. Mr. Flex said, what's up, buddy? What's up, Mr. Flex? The newer car, the more complicated. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're making it where you can't work on. But then you find out a couple of years later, if you had a certain tool, you could have. All right, knock sensor. That's what it is, Mr. Flex. That's what it is. I had a mechanic once. He went out of business. It was worse. Yeah, it can be stressful. It can do something to your mental there. Howard said, what's up, what's going on? And I answered this question. I'm not working today. And that was it. He didn't have nothing else to say. Chris Davis came in here and said, what's up, man? We met yesterday. Nice to meet Mr. Davis, CD, as so to say. But he never did come back and reply. Let the fans know, and audience know, our viewers know, those that like or dislike me know. You know what I'm saying? They're viewers too. We can't count them out. or we got to also acknowledge them as well. You know where he met me at. He didn't get a chance to tell them that, so they might think he's just a figure of our imagination. So the people that I meet and everything, you know, you come in, you let me know that you met me and everything. Just speak on, yo, man, you know, I was the guy over here or I was the guy over there, boom. And then they gonna know. Well, he did meet up with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Just like the way Mr. Amos Famous do when he come in, you know, and Howard do when he come in, and others that used to come in, you know, then you know it's point blank. But yeah, we're gonna put Howard on there, and you know, and he's gonna have a mask like the Blade Vigilante, so he might not want everybody to know what he looked like, you know. So we'll do it like that there, and he'll be the mass dasher that participated in you can call it season 2 or the second annual or whatever. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we finna get ready and leave. I gotta go pick somebody up right now. We got some more things we gotta do, but hopefully we might be on live tomorrow, not for sure. But we will give you an update on how everything turned out because we're gonna do some more tests, get some more things done. We're trying to get it best as road ready as it was if I was entering a race. You know, cars racing against one another. Peace. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. We see you in the next video.